Who wants to keep running? The side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis the Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo
Normally.
The draft with 10th pick, but what is that hero? We're gonna find out soon enough. But
Wraith King.
Okay, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Explain why, Sheeple.
Greg and obviously lives through the chrono.
Use that Thunder Strike to zone out the enemy, to ensure the lane's free for the Wraith King. This is a bit of a shakeup for Febby. Most recently, his most comfy pause 5s have all been really sacrificial and healing.
Play hard. Yeah, he's going to go down here, John. Whitemon able to pick up the kill. Well and truly ahead.
Yeah, and their timings are a little bit faster with that team fight potential as well, as they find another kill. Young God this time falling down. So the top lane still tough here for the side of TNC, and even on bot, they're still dropping low all over the place. It's just in the end, because when you look at TNC's lineup, all their playmaking comes in from the off and mid, and even top, again, that aggression coming out from Cuckoo, just punishing Febby so hard.
You love to see it. I mean, Cookie into Spear, just a very easy combination to land for T1 as bot lane. They do end up losing Whitemon, but top lane, Zephyr, is he going to get away from this? The Skeletons are still going to chase him down, and they are actually going to be able to hit him, so he's on the run now. Those Skeletons are taunting Zephyr right now as he tries to get out of range. He's so close to dying, but he's going to be fine.
He manages to run away, and I think that's all you really want here for the side of TNC, playing safe, maybe wasting a couple of those spells. The issue is for T1, that Arena's not that long of cooldown, so you can still build, although Savage being dived here.
He is, but he looks like he's going to be just fine as mid lane now. Yoe may get caught out. Cookie, it's going to land there from Zephyr, and they've got the Sonic Wave out. The third kill of the game already for Carl.
TNC, they're grouped up as 4. They're dedicating their heroes here. They've got level 6 in Febby. They need to find this fight.
Time walk away though, Whitemon, he's going to be there with the Nightmare if necessary, and now the TPs are in from T1. They're ready to force the fight. They've got Chrono up. Savage, he hasn't found it. No, he has. He's got 3 targets in the first Chrono of the game. They'll drop the back wall, but it means absolutely nothing. They just chase them down. Fiends grip out. They've got the Wraith King. They've got everything they could ask for. In fact, Savage, he doesn't even go back for Young God. Eventually does. The Wraith King is actually running away, but eventually they will pick him up, at least for the first life. And there's your second now with the spear out from Cuckoo. They'll get another kill onto Young God. Fortunately for TNC, they continue to get punished for it. In fact, look at this, T1. They've smoked up, they found Young God, and Whitemon just bounces his way over the tree line with the Tumbler's Toy. There's Febby, he's going to try and turn now, but you've got the Mortimer's Kisses up. They cannot sustain themselves through this amount of damage as Cuckoo comes in, cleans up again. They'll even just leave play hard. Just leave him be. No need for the next assassin right now as Cuckoo. He'll be chased down Yoe. Want to try and find a trade, but Whitemon is going to put him to sleep. They'll at least get a vacuum wall off onto the POS 5 Vayne, but that's about all they've got so far. In fact, Whitemon, he's not dead yet, but does finally go down as Zephyr. He jumps back in. Not sure about that one, but Savage, he's there with the 2-man Chrono now. Turn right back around onto Yoe with a big Sonic Wave onto Playhard and the Razor. Approach that Radiant jungle high ground, but Zephyr is around to break the smoke. Play hard, he'll be the first one up though with the Vendetta. He hasn't been spotted yet. Baby though has. And we'll just walk right away as Zephyr. He'll break the gap, go in, but the Cookie's off the mark. Scatterblast won't land either. Meanwhile, Cuckoo, who are we going for? Young God, he'll jump in. Nightmare's there to save Zephyr, who'll walk right out of there, and now Carl's joined in. They've got Bebby straight off the bat in the Fiend Grip. They've already found the Wraith King Smurf line for Carl. He's dropping low. He'll get his BKB up in time, but then he's out of there. Big Sonic Wave though from the Quap, and now Young God's in trouble. He tried to chase down Carl, but it does not work out. Not with that either. But Cuckoo, he'll run into Play Hard. They don't have the detection yet. In fact, Play Hard, he's going to try and go in, but Cuckoo, he got the BKB off in time. And we'll just taunt him as he dances around the Nyx Assassin, and they'll easily be able to pick this skill up. No problem here for Carl. Right into the mid-tier 2 tower they go. In fact, Carl, he wants to try and force some of the fight. He's onto Young God. Sonic Wave trying to push him back, but it's not going to work out. It pushes him up to the high ground instead. Carl, though, he's not done yet. He's into the tier 3 tower. He ends up killing off the Disruptor. Febby gets tipped again, and he TPs up right in front of their eyes. They've got everything, apart from that Sonic Wave in the arena, but who cares? You've got the Chrono, you've got the Kisses. That's all you really need. TNC, they are on the low ground right now. This could be a bit of a disastrous position for them, and Savage is going to dump in another great chrono. He found 2 primary targets, and the kisses, they are going to go right in for free. Already found the first life, and now Yoe. He's been caught out by Whitemon. He'll try to run with his BKB up at Savage, and Carl will just chase him down to the ends of the earth. Eventually, he will drop as they continue now. The arena is back up. Zephyr, he does finally hit up going down. Young God in the meantime is somehow still alive. In fact, they found the Aegis on Savage, but it won't matter. He'll respawn up no problem as Young God does finally drop him the second time. And play hard. Oh, he just bought back. He'll be surged away by Zhao Yu.
17k, 18k lead. TNC still holding on as long as possible. Their high ground defense is strong. Again, if you get a good back wall, the static storm on top, you can play. But I think that's going to be their best angle here to play high ground.
Febby. Oh, Febby. Oh, he ends up going down there to Carl. He tried to go for the Glimspack, but the Lincoln Sphere was already up. He just gets blown up immediately by Carlos. Now a big smoke is there. T1, who have they found? Yoe, he gets caught out right in the BKB. They cannot stop Savage in this chrono. He'll go after play hard, but now the Fiend Grip is up in the arena. Will also be dropped here by T1. Yoe just gets blown apart as they even found Zhao Yu. Young God, he's the only man left, but it's not looking great for him. He'll try to get underneath those C4 towers, but they're not safe either. Savage, he's happy to fight. Coop, or Carl? Carl's blinked in. Static Storm's been dropped, but he's got the BKB up. He's just manning up here. He'll blink right back away, but now Savage is back in, but he rewinds again. Yoe, well, he knows he can't fight, and he won't, but top lane John Zephyr has rotated onto Young God with the Scatter Blast. It's off the mark. Savage, he'll still move in. They've got the chrono up if they need it. But they probably won't, considering how much damage Savage is doing right now. In fact, now the spear round does catch the Disruptor Febby. He's just going to die to the Mortimer's Kisses. And now they've got the Raid King trapped up in the Fiend Grip, through the BKB out. Young God is gone. Yoe, he shows up at Savage. He gets another great chrono. Onto 2 heroes into the arena of Cuckoo. It's just clinical. It is an absolute clinic here as Zhao Yu gets a big vacuum off, but the GG's been called. They have seen enough. And T1, they clean up game number 1 against TNC Predator. And I'll tell you what, John, wasn't it?
I think 23 Savage is going to be 23 Savage, and Godspeed TNC.
Alright. Gods, is that 10% chance alive?
It's maybe gone down, maybe...
Just barely surviving on the Lifestealer. As Cuckoo does begin to get very aggressive with the Whirling Death. It's one of those things, you leave Young God alone, he is not going to be able to sustain himself in this lane. Especially while Cuckoo is at level 4 now. In the meantime though, top lane, they've made the jump in onto the IO now, so Febby is going to be in trouble and does immediately go down. Zhao Yu, he is at least going to try and trade here with Zephyr, but it's not looking great for him. He'll have to go for a run, does try with the swashbuckle, but in the end, Zephyr's fine. In fact, they'll keep up the chase now with the Cursed Crown out. Zhao Yu, he doesn't really have a great way out. But try to walk into that T1 tower, but the chase is going to continue as now the Brambles does lock him down. He'll try to eat a Fairy Fire. Whitemon, how far do you want to go? Not far enough for the Ignite. Will be more than enough for the Ogre. He won't go too far. You look back at that mid lane, Yoe, he started again. That mid T1, getting very unhealthy now. Cuckoo, he'll be forced to rotate as Yoe tries to move back in. They do get the stun off. Rolling Thunder's going to be there. They'll commit onto Carl. They've got the Rolling Thunder. They've got the stun off, but can they get the kill? Carl, he is still alive. He finally gets the arena down just in the nick of time. And Febby now, he's trapped up with Yoe. Yoe, he might just run away and leave the IO to die, but he is so darn low at the moment as Febby's gone. And now the Chakram just barely landing from Cuckoo. They'll move on to Zhao Yu. Tips out from the grave from Carl. And nothing works out here. For TNC, they are just trying to get themselves out. But Savage is joined on that Morphling. They'll go after the Pango, they'll secure the kill. The Young God, he is trying to at least get a support for their trouble, but he's not even going to find that as play hard. Could be another one to drop. I suppose it doesn't really compare. As mid lane, they found Zhao Yu. Zhao Yu, he's got Swash up in 2. He might make it out of this, but the Curse Crown's going to be there. He'll commit the Swash. He'll try to Rolling Thunder away, but the Spear is there from Carl. They will allow nothing for Zhao Yu. The top lane, But Yoe and Play Hard, they're going to try and make the jump in onto Savage. That'll be a massive pickoff. They've even got the relocates. They've got a great pickoff themselves, but now Cuckoo, he'll just come in with the chakra mount, just chasing down Yoe, but he needs some help, and the help is incoming. Play Hard, he'll be focused down now on the Grimstroke, but the relocate away is there, but however, they left the DK. Yoe is in trouble. He's been completely left alone. They saved the Grimstroke, John, but I'm not sure it's worth the trade.
And Savage really need to kind of hit those spikes. They've got the Lincolns to protect on Savage now, but I think you need to scale more in that Tim because he's feeling a bit squishy once the numbers are there.
Yeah, absolutely, John. We're going to find out how squishy right now as they make the jump in again. Yoe is there with the Dragon Tail into the Rolling Thunder, but he'll use up and try to survive throughout all this. But they've got so much control. Cuckoo, he'll actually keep it with the chains out,
What?
and it looks like he might just make it. Oh, Cuckoo. Xiao Yu looking to move up to that high ground. Savage, he's around. Whitemon, he'll break the smoke. Infest immediately out onto the Pango. Cuckoo just kind of baiting with the chains in as now they jump in. Xiao Yu forces the BKB out from Carlin. No, Yoe, he's been caught out immediately. They don't want him to die like this, but he's gone. Just so darn quick with the try and turn onto Savage with the Mayan control out from that Rolling Thunder from Xiao Yu, but nobody's dying. Absolutely nobody going down here from T1 as now they get the spear out. Savage, he'll keep chasing down Bebby and Young God. So they'll go towards the south. They want the bigger targets, but towards the north, they've gone Xiao Yu. That'll be your Pango gone. In fact, Young God, he'll try for the Rage TP out. He's going to make it. But now Roshan's open and T1, they'll have no problems moving their way in.
T1 right now.
They saw Yoe. They also see Play Hard. Cuckoo happily just changed right into that T2 tower. Yoe, they're going to try and fight. Mars is there with the arena. They'll get one kill, but they want that Dragon Knight. Yoe, no TP available for 30. He's got a Blink Dagger. He'll try and find a way out, and that's a nice juke. Out from Yoe, and it may be just enough. In fact, it will be. They'll let him go.
Just taken control by T1, and outer mid-tier 2 is going to be fresh. We need to fight against this.
Oh, they're going to try and force a fight right now onto that Willow, and they've got him. Zephyr. Immediately down is now Savage. Will rage up initially with that Lifestealer form, goes back in onto Young God. The rage is there, Young God, but now he's fine. In the meantime, towards the south, Cuckoo dropping very low on that timber, still dropping low, needs a way out, but will change towards the north. There's now Young God. He needs his own way out. He'll barely get the infest off onto Yoa as Savage is still playing with this HB. But Carl, he's been left behind on that mask, but it won't matter. He's a tanky target himself. He'll get down Xiao Yu as Young God continues the chase, but can't get the job done. Back in on the Cuckoo. They are still trying to kill this Timbersaw off, but he has the Yule Scepter available. Jukes out the stun, but eventually does end up going down. Now T1, not feeling too confident to stick around, will have to leave Whitemon behind. And I'd say that's a pretty successful team fight from TNC. They may not be able to oh, Young God. Don't go for that creep wave, sir. This could be very, very dangerous, but the smoke has broken now on Cuckoo. Carl. Look around, Bebby is going to get caught out, or does he? Spear, not going to land yet, but there it is. The IO, automatically gone as Young God. Is now chased down here by Savage. Yoe, he's going to try and jump in. In fact, Xiao Yu's there and Bebby's brought back. They will go for the team fight. They will at least find 2 supports for their trouble. So you kill Bebby, you force supply back, but they get 2 supports anyway. In fact, they're going for more now. Savage has been caught out. He'll try to rage and walk away, but Cuckoo, he'll jump in. They're going to try and force the fight. Savage immediately gets the die back onto Febby. Xiao Yu now, very, very low, but should be just fine as Young God. He'll try to go back in. We are aiming. It is going to be Carl on that Mars. But Carl, he'll get the spear off. Still armor toggling, still trying to survive, just barely alive in fact, as now he's still getting out of there. Carl, how do you not die throughout all this? Young God finally takes him down, but it does cost them quite a bit.
Got the vision as well on the high ground, so they could look for the angle on the approach.
Best out onto Yoe, Savage. Oh boy, that's a lot of damage on Play Hard. He's immediately gone. Now Bebby. Don't forget, he bought back earlier, so he will get the relocate out. Boy, oh boy, these supports. Just no chance of survival. Savage now does have the Daedalus up. And I think it's back into the Roshan pimp around Morphling. As Febby, well, eventually he was going to die. No chance of survival. Roshan will go the way of T1. Can make the jump into the arena. Yeah, bought enough time for that Black Dragon to be up now for Yoe. Cuckoo, well, frontlining, he's going to get stunned up, and there's your Rolling Thunder to come in and just kind of back him up. Cuckoo, he's dropping very fast right now, and nobody's there to help him out. They've got the Timber down, and it seems like they are successfully going to defend this mid-racks.
You hold on for now. There's no Rolling Thunder. They could wait out the Dragon form, but you've still got Carl ready to go. You've got Arena. You have Savage with Morph ready to go as well. They can just kind of slow siege this if they want to on T1.
So I suppose there's never been a better time. They are going to find nothing, at least for now.
That was an awkward play. They smoke out, they drop the ward under its sentry obs. So T1 immediately knows there's a smoke play, and they hold a high ground here in the bot jungle.
Could be very, very bad times here for TNC. It's play hard, gonna have his smoke broken. Xiao Yu thinking about the Rolling Thunder, but he's been silenced up. Goes to make the jump in onto Savage. He is not strength morphing at the moment, but it won't matter. He is still alive, as Xiao Yu's the one to drop. The Cursed Crown now is going to be out onto Young God, who has no rage available, so Savage, he'll get right to work. That'll be Young God gone. That'll be Febby gone. Savage, he just plays on the edge with his HP. Savage, he wants a Young God buyback, but there isn't one available. So he's going to know to just go right after that Ancient. There's not really much to be afraid of here for the Smurfling as they make the jump in. Yoe, he's going to be alright for now, but Xiao Yu, he'll Rolling Thunder away. Savage, he's just trying to focus down the Ancient. They've at least got the Ancient, the Aegis gone. They're onto that Dragon Knight now. Just such a long stun duration. He cannot move, and Yoe, he's gone. He'll buy back. He'll try. With Young God up now, they might be able to fight back. Factorina is down. They've got Xiao Yu again on the Pango. Infest to try and save. Relocate out. They have managed to save Xiao Yu's life, but can they save Yoe? Not quite. It's a dieback immediately. The GG's been called. They are fountain diving them in this game number 2. T1. It was a much closer matchup, John, but I'd still say a very confident victory.